Good morning everyone. It's been a little while since I've done a strong sequence, so I was really feeling the vibe for it today, so I thought I'd share. This is minimal warm-up, strong onto the wrist, strong onto the body, strong into the legs. Definitely a practice if you have practiced yoga before. Please, if you haven't yet already, click the like button and of course subscribe to my channel. And you'll also notice that I have my first Watch Your Language 6-week immersion starting on May 28. I have just sold 10 spots for it and I've opened up another 10 spaces that are up and running until the weekend. So jump onto the link below if you are ready to watch your language and become part of my 6-week online immersion based on my book, Watch Your Language and the Be Here method. We're going to get stuck straight into it. We're going to start off, of course, with some wrist mobility, but firstly, before anything, we're going to start to focus on our breath. I want you to place both your hands in your ribcage for a moment and shut down your eyes. I want you to now breathe in for the count of 5 and feel everything expand. Hold at the top of the breath. Now open your mouth and fully exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold with no air. Let's do this as big as possible. Inhale, start to fill up, really expanding out through the ribcage and the lungs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now fully out, belly to spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go 3 more rounds like that on your own. Here we go, breathing in. Breathing out. Pause. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pause. 1 more. Inhale, 5. Hold. And exhale, 5. Let go of that breath. Set yourself an affirmation or an intention for your practice. Yeah, the practice is going to be strong and playful. But I invite you to let go of the aesthetics of the practice. I invite you to just be in it, to have fun, to move to feel good, not to punish, and to appreciate it exactly for what it is. Meet yourself where you're at. Let's get started. We're going to come straight onto our hands and our knees today. This is a short half-an-hour practice. Fingers spread really nice and wide. And from this position, we're just going to start to roll around in a bit of a barrel roll. So I want you to bend your elbows as you dip your belly button towards the ground and push away as you scoop your belly button towards the ceiling. 2 more like that. Playing in this lateral motion, warming up the spine, the wrists and the elbows. Take it back the other way, so slowly moving through this barrel roll. Might even play with getting into your neck. One more full circle. From here, we're going to come back to a few more of those barrel rolls. We're just going to put our weight forward, so shoulders, elbows and wrists in alignment, and start to do some circles with our bodies here over our hands. So if you were to visualize a paintbrush on your nose, drawing circles here, you'd create a perfect circle with that paintbrush. The arms are straight, move around the wrist, change direction. I have a whole video on wrist mobility, I really recommend that if you practice yoga or movement, taking the time to get into your wrists daily is such an important practice. From here, we're going to bring the fingertips out to the side now and then start to move side to side. Our wrists are really strong. They can hold us up, but we have to practice being on them. We can't just look at them for them to get strong. You've got to put in the work, and it's the same thing as if we want to change our thoughts and our words and behaviors. We have to practice it and then use repetition. It's so important. From here, to your degree, turn your fingertips back to face your knees, and again, slowly forward and back here. Now, if you need more warm up into your wrists, I please recommend that you take it. I'm just going to do a little bit of work into the hip flexors and then come back to our spine to get started into your practice. So turning the fingertips to face forward. Just going to tuck our toes and stretch the underside of our feet. Step the right foot outside the right hand. And then from here, just have a little splay around that right hip. So I actually meant to say sprawl and play. And I think I just said splay. Go that. Just notice what's going on with that right hip today. Feel into it, play around. Get a sense for what's going on in your body. Alright, slowly coming back. So in my program, in the 6-week immersion, the very first part of the Be Here method is B for body, is recognizing what's going on in your body every day. So making that a practice. Oh, I notice I've got tight hips today. I notice my shoulders are tensing. I notice my spine's feeling a little bit angry or tight or locked up. You can play around and you can actually become present just by paying attention to what's going on in our body. Again, that is my 6-week immersion. The link is down below to join us. It literally works out to be $20 a session over 6 weeks. A really beautiful way to shift your thinking from self-sabotage and body shaming to that of compassion, kindness, and acceptance. Alright guys, bringing that foot back, coming down into a child's pose, knees go wide, sink your hips back over your heels and breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Getting ready to move now. I'll be using minimal cues through this practice today so that you can enjoy the space and your own creativity. Start to move through your spine. Move in any way that feels good. Breathing in, breathing out, finding space in your body. Pushing the ground away, arching your spine, rolling your shoulders. Get to really be intuitive here with your body. Listen to what you need. On your next breath in, start to flatten the hands down, tuck the tailbone under, tuck the toes and lift up your hips to a downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out one at a time and really let your head be heavy. Breathe. Inhale, start to sweep your left leg to the sky, slowly bringing the knee in towards the nose, left foot outside left hand. From here, right hand down, left hand up, breathe in. Slowly start to walk yourself over to the other direction, bending into the knees and open up into your version of a Cossack. Breathe in. As you exhale, walk back to the front of the mat. Start to step your right foot outside right hand, come down into a squat, breathe in, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the elbows, plant the hands, step back to your version of high plank. Pause here, inhale, and exhale, chaturanga, knees, toes down to the mat or hover. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky, bring the knee to the nose and slowly step right foot outside right hand. From here, left hand down, right hand up, full breath in. As you exhale, slowly start to walk over to the left. This time, bend the left knee, straighten the right. Cossack squat to your degree. Play around with where you need to be with the hands. Inhale. Exhale, slowly start to walk back to the front of your mat. Step yourself into a squat. Breathe in. And exhale, fold forwards. This time, wriggle the feet in a little closer, bend into the knees, sink into the heels. Start to peel yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Body roll through. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And exhale, bring the feet wider, forward fold. Inhale, and exhale, possible crow pose, step, float, or jump back. Inhale, cobra or up dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Slowly bringing that left knee again back into the nose. And pausing here, touching left elbow. Maybe float the right fingertips off. Have a play here. This was really hard. Do what you can. Let it be messy. Hand goes back down. Left leg floats back up. Inhale. Woo. Exhale, left knee steps to nose and then right to the top of your mat, balancing your way into crescent lunge. Push down with your left heel, engage through everything here. Feel your hip flexors open. Slowly start to tip forward as you bring your right knee into your chest. Single leg Tadasana or stork pose. Inhale, straighten the leg in front of you. Exhale, slowly go around the joint, open your hip and slowly find your way back into your lunge. There is no hurry here. Press through the left heel. Inhale, open through the heart. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back down dog. Maybe choosing this option, bending into the elbows, slide your way through. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just an option, everything is optional. Inhale, oh hello friends. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg. Exhale, bring the knee all the way through, touching the right tricep or elbow. Pause. Hold here, maybe float the left fingertips off. See how you go. Feel free to stack it like I nearly did. Place the left hand back down, right leg lifts, breathe in. And then very, very slowly step right foot outside right hand. Find your crescent pose. Inhale. Should be heating up. I was sweating a lot by this point. Loosen your right toes, press through the heels, slowly hinge forward, bringing that left knee all the way up into your chest. Having a little wobble here, pause. Inhale, straighten the leg any amount, and exhale, go around the joint. So open your hip and take your time. Step back, high, crescent, lunge. Weight through front heel. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, hands come down, step back, down dog. You can go a traditional vinyasa here or bend the elbows, slide yourself through chest, belly, pubic bone, and then open, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. At any point, please choose to rest. Feel free to drop yourself down. If not, bend your knees, maybe possible handstand, float here to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Cheeky chair pose here, weight through the heels, inhale. And exhale, stay. Take one more inhale. And exhale, fold forward, possible crow pose here. Press into the hands, lean forward, knees tuck into triceps. Lift up, hold for a breath. Find your way or face plant and step back through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take some rest. Let go. We are so good at doing. You know, even in our yoga practice, we can not take the rest. We can hover in a down dog or continue to push through. I urge you to rest. to give yourself permission to pause. Take one more breath and exhale. If you feel ready, if you need more, take it. If not, downward facing dog. Let's get into a little addition onto the sequence. Shake it out. Left leg lifts. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring left foot over, possibly coming onto right hand and making your way into a wild thing. It is just optional. As you inhale, open the chest, open the hips, and find that space. Slowly as you exhale, that left hand comes back down. Float the foot, bring the left knee to the left tricep. Pause here. Right fingertips, hover it off, reach forward, take a breath in. Right fingertips down, reach left leg high, breathe in. Wow, exhale, step the leg through, left foot lands high, crescent lunge. Inhale, whoa. Exhale, stay. Slowly inhale, step forward, bringing that right knee into the chest. Hold here for a breath in, work the compression. Exhale, push the foot forward to your degree. Now inhale slowly. We're going, keeping a straight leg to your degree, finding our way to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Take your time. Let the process be messy. Play with any form of balance here. Hand down to the floor, block, water bottle, whatever works. Then when you feel ready, we are slowly going to make our way to standing splits or handstand. Have a play. We're here for a few breaths. Feel free to do a couple of hops. You stick it. If you don't, doesn't matter. It's no big deal. When you feel ready to come into it, we're going to find our way into our warrior two. Left foot forward, right foot back, warrior two. Breathe in. I was cooked by this stage. Breathe out. I did our Spartan race on the weekend and definitely feeling it. Take one more breath. Stay for your exhale. Now inhale, slide into a Cossack lunge. So bending into the opposite knee, squeeze both your legs. Be powerful in your arms here. Take a breath in. Now start to push through that right heel. Slowly start to bring yourself back to the front of the mat, re-bending into that left knee, ankle in alignment, right elbow, twists around now, finding a twisted lunge, right elbow on the outside of left knee, open up here, take a breath in, stay for your exhale. Right hand comes down to the mat. Optional here, side plank. If you're cooked, stay into your twist. If not, bring yourself up and around. Joints are stacked. Right shoulder, elbow, and wrist in alignment. Take one breath in and exhale, left hand down. Find your high plank. We've got some push-ups here. Knees or toes, exhale, come down. And inhale, press back up. I want you to lean forward here so shoulders are away from the ears so you're not bunching up. That's 2, by the way. Down for 3 and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Woo! How you feeling, guys? I warned you this would be a strong practice. I was cooking but loved it. Inhale the right leg now. Bend and open, slowly making your way into a wild thing if that floats your boat today. No rush. Take your time. Again, we are so quick to rush the transitions between each shapes. I want you to really experience the space in between. Rumi once said, when we are quiet, we are able to hear, so slow it down. Right knee, right tricep, you know where we're going, possibly balancing on those left fingertips, possibly lifting the left hand up in front of you, possibly falling over. What is going on here? Notice your body. Left hand down, right leg lifts, inhale. And then slowly stepping right leg all the way through, making your way to crescent pose. Press through the heel, breathe in. Exhale, shift forward. Come all the way up, bringing that left knee into the chest. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, extend to your degree. We're going to try and keep a straight leg. Go out to the side. I know this is hard. Come into your version of Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Right hand comes down, left foot opens up, so it's a hip opener. Maybe you lift the top arm, maybe you don't. Maybe you lift the bottom arm, maybe you don't. Breathe in. Slowly from here, rebend. I nearly forgot this. And we're actually going to find our way to our standing splits or handstand. Doesn't matter. Have a play. Let it be messy. Do a few jumps. Fall. Just enjoy the practice. It's not about sticking a handstand. It's about having fun along the way. Take one more breath and we're slowly going to find our way back to warrior 2. So right foot lands and then left foot steps all the way back to warrior 2. Oh, breathe in, breathe out, let that go. No point hanging on to it. From your warrior, inhale, exhale. Inhale, press through the right foot, slide into the left knee. Finding your version of a Cossack squat, sinking down, possibly a different arm variation. I just have my hands to heart. Take an inhale, open the chest, and exhale, stay. Push through the left foot. Slowly walk yourself back to the front, turn the right toes forward, that's important. And then from here, bring that left elbow over the right knee and find your way into your twist. You're doing amazing, you're nearly there, guys. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, placing that left hand down. Here's your transition. Take your time. Stack your joints on the left. Find your way into your version of Vashisthasana side plank. Take a full breath in. Lift the top hip. And stay for the exhale. Bring the right hand down. Pause. Breathe in. This time we're just holding a push-up. Bend into the elbow. Shift forward. Belly to spine. Squeeze everything. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Inhale. Sweep open the chest. Holy. Exhale. Child's pose. I really invite you now to let all of that go. Nothing is worth holding on to. Things take up space in our mind when we focus on the should've, could've, and would'ves, or why didn't it look a certain way, or it could have been better. It was perfect exactly the way it was. Slide forward onto your bellies. Let's just work one more thing. Coming into our Sphinx pose. So both forearms down into the ground, elbows underneath the shoulders, untuck the toes, feet are open, and just open your heart and breathe. This next bit is optional. You can stay right here and take this as a yin pose. A couple more breaths here, everyone. Notice how you feel, and again, really use your intuition whether or not you want to come into this next bit or not. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, plant the forearms down, tuck tailbone under, knees or toes come into your dolphin plank. If you've got a mirror, it's super helpful. We want to make sure the bum is down, bum squeezed, belly to spine, and slightly round your upper back, so protracting shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, and slowly then come back down, revisiting Sphinx pose. All right. Maybe you'd like to come up into seal, but don't force it. Feel where you need to be. Take a few breaths here. Again, this next bit is completely optional. You don't have to do it. So either stay here or in Sphinx pose. Breathe in, breathe out, slowly come down. So pressing forearms down, I'm going to come into dolphin plank and then lift up into dolphin down dog with a possible arm balance here. So if you are comfortable doing this, go for it. If you are practicing, feel free to practice against a wall. Start to walk those hips in nice and high, and then lifting up one leg, maybe a little bit of a jump. Again, I've been practicing this for a little while and it still terrifies me, so I would really recommend going in close to a wall to start with this one, because it's a really difficult place to get out of if you go forward. Handstand is much easier to get out of than being on your forearms. Take a breath in and slowly make your way down. Let that go. Take a few moments here in your child's pose on your fingertips. Let it go. Let all of that disappear now as we start to really turn the vibe down. Roll over onto your glutes, setting ourselves up for a wide leg forward fold. If you would prefer to do this against a wall, go for it. If not, I want you to take a big breath in, lengthen through your spine, and slowly on your exhale, start to hinge at the hips and come forward. You can walk your hands in front of you, or like what I'm doing onto the legs, whatever feels nice for you. But draw the belly in and up for now as you start to get length through your spine. Take 5 deep breaths here. On every exhale, letting yourself release closer and closer to the floor, letting go of the need to touch down or be further forward. You are exactly where you need to be. I invite you now to take one more really deep inhale. Feel this breath through every single part in your spine. And as you exhale, let yourself surrender. Gently draw the belly button towards the backbone and slowly press into the ground with your hands, your forearms, whatever you need to start to bring yourself up to seated. Mindfully taking the time now to draw the feet in. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch, one of my favorites. Bringing the left leg over the right. And again, starting to hinge yourself forward, coming into half shoelace pose. Be gentle here. If the hamstrings are tight, this can be super uncomfortable. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay for 5 breaths. Just like our thoughts, they come and they go. Let your breath be a reminder of that. Every inhale you take moves through the body. And as you exhale, it leaves the body. We are then blessed with a new one. Let that be a reminder for our thoughts, the situations we're in, the circumstances we're faced with, that we should just let it come and let it go. When you feel ready, coming up, we're going to go into a seated twist. So just gently tucking that leg under now and reaching the opposite hand across, keeping the spine nice and long as you twist and look over that left shoulder. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Really mindfully coming back and unraveling now, uncrossing the legs. Feel free to give it a little shake here, or you can do what I'm going to do, press down through the heels and open up through the chest. I love this shape. Feels really nice through the front of the heart. If you feel ready, gently come back down and we'll start to move that to the other side. So bringing the left leg out in front now, the right leg crosses over the top, come into your half shoelace. Take a full breath in and exhale, start to hinge forward. You can always sit on the edge of a blanket or a cushion for this pose if you're really tight in your hips or your hamstrings. You can also place both of the hands underneath the knee joint of the left if you need to support. Take 5 really deep breaths here. Let yourself surrender. Take one more breath in and a breath out. Gently unravel yourself, slide that left leg now under. Reaching the left arm across the right knee. Spine is long, belly draws into the backbone and start to look over your opposite shoulder. I actually really enjoy seated twists. I do a lot of lying down twists, but the seated ones just feel so nice through the spine. You take what you need. Take one more full breath in, and when you exhale, release. We're going to finish our yoga practice today with some breath work. You're welcome, of course, to come into Shavasana if you like, but today this is where I felt I needed to end up. So I want you to take a moment here to pause in a position that's comfortable for you, and we're going to focus on some really deep breathing. So inhale, expand the belly. And exhale, start to draw the belly towards the backbone. You'll feel a bit of compression here, let it out. We're going to slow this right down. Breathe in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to leave you on your own. Continue. Many, many moons ago in Tibet, 2 monks were about to cross a stream. There was a wiser monk, an older monk, and a younger monk. They get down to the base of the riverbed and it was overflowing, and at the riverbed there was a woman carrying her goods unable to cross. The younger monk doesn't think twice and strides across the river and waits for the older, more wiser monk on the other side. Without thinking too much, the older, more wiser monk pops the lady on his shoulders and walks across, drops her at the side of the riverbank, and she meanders off in her own direction. The 2 monks walk and do their duties. And 2.5 hours later, the younger monk stops in his track and is angry and frustrated with his brows furrowed and looks at the older monk and says, "Why did you do that? Why did you help her? You know we're not allowed to help women." And he turns to her and he says, "I left that woman back at the side of the riverbed 2.5 hours ago. Why are you still holding on to her?" Letting go is our birthright. On every exhale, give yourself permission to let go. On every inhale, welcome in a new, fresh breath. The ability to shift into this moment right here. I choose to be here. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel it in your heart. Your hands gently towards your mouth. And then noticing the space between your eyebrows. As you thank yourself for your practice, and from my heart to yours, namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. I was definitely sweating a lot through that. Here are the details of the 6-week immersion for the Be Here method, which I share in my book, Watch Your Language. All the details to get in touch and to join up for the program are right here. So you can check it out on watchyourlanguage.com, my Facebook or Instagram, which is Watch Your Language. Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe and have the most amazing